This is a continuation for the 4 steps for breaking the anxiety habit. We were talking about Carly and how she'd wake up in the morning feeling calm, and then as soon as she thought, oh wow, I'm feeling calm, it was almost as if she was looking for that anxiety feeling, and wouldn't you know it, there it came. So the first step that I asked her to do is stop, breathe, and before you even do anything, just notice your breathing. You're not trying to change your breath. You're just breathing. And as you're just allowing yourself to breathe, you think back to right before the anxiety. And you can even track it back to earlier times. So for Carly, she felt it in her chest. It felt like, she said, was like a sledgehammer hit. And she got this heavy, tense feeling. She then would just be with the feeling, not judging it, not having to figure out cognitively why it's there. We just let go and we went into curiosity. I wonder what this feeling is really about. I'm curious what this feeling is about. And there's 2 different directions you can go to when you're using this technique. One is to track back in time, letting that heavy feeling in the chest track you back. It could be a week, it could be a month, it could be a year, it could be 10 years, it could be 20 years. Just letting the feeling track you back to the very earliest time when you had it. So that's one way, and that's usually best to do with someone who's trained in this so they can make sure that you are not in it, that you are above it, so that you have perspective. The other way is something anyone can do. You just ask yourself, I'm really curious what my body is trying to tell me with that anxiety. And when Carly did that one, she was just being curious. And right away, what came to mind was, I need to get dressed to start my day. Now, Carly has gotten dressed for many years, and you wouldn't think this would cause stress. But for her, we knew there had to be something else. So she continued to be curious. She started just going, I wonder what it is about getting dressed that's triggering, whatever thoughts or images are happening that are triggering the anxiety. And she at first saw herself looking into her closet where all her clothing was. And that wasn't an issue. She said, no, I love my clothing. I knew what to wear. It wasn't about getting dressed. I was just thinking about getting dressed, and there came the thought. She realized she was thinking, I have nothing fun or important to do today. Then, again, she's pretty adept. She's been using these techniques for a while. She said, this is different from the old panic I used to feel. And she went curious again. It feels like I'm bored. I have nothing planned. And then right on top of that thought came the thought, what if panic comes when I go out? I said, you know what? Let's not run away from it. Let's look even deeper. What images are going through the mind? Just think about what if the panic comes when I go out, and just notice, are there any images that come with that thought? And now it connected up for her. As soon as she thought, I have to get dressed to start my day, there was actually an image, seeing herself outside, short of breath, feeling frozen, no one there to help her, thinking, I need to get out of there. This is old thinking. This is an old pattern. This is one tiny piece of her habit puzzle. So what we did is, since the future hasn't happened yet, we started there. She created an image of being outside and panic coming, and her using one of the techniques that she has, and in 30 seconds, it's down. And then she noticed, wow, okay, That feels like I'm in control. And then we did it again. She imagined being outside and she's short of breath and she's feeling frozen, but this time she used another technique. And again, the panic went down so low it was almost not there. Now remember, Carly has been working with me for a number of months. She has a lot of skill. But what we were doing in this is creating a future image. It's called a future rehearsal. Because the unconscious mind accepts whatever you give it as if it's real. So when she went out to the new future she was creating and seeing herself, yes, she got anxious and then bringing it down, it made her feel like she was in control. Now there's another 2 steps that can be used, and we'll talk about those in the next podcast.